Big Ronnie saying if you don't watch this guy's YouTube channel, you're making a big mistake.
What is up, everybody? It is Tuesday for some reason, and it's 5:34. I'm a day and 34 minutes late, so please accept my apologies for that. Life has been this crazy adventure lately, where I've been to Hawaii, to Texas, to Vegas, back to Vegas, and get this, in a couple weeks I'll be back in Texas. But before that, next weekend, like this coming weekend, we have the Halfway to Halloween festival here locally in Southern California that I'll be attending. So there's that. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Texas. And then the following weekend is the Art Sideshow pop-up. And then the weekend after that, I believe, is Monster Palooza. So, I mean, like, man, boom, 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 boom. I am staying busy. So please accept my apologies for everything that's been going on and keeping me down. We'll dive into more of that in a little bit. But now that we're getting the show off the ground here, let me say this. Happy Tuesday to you all. It's Tuesday. I tried to get the show going last night, but by the time I got back from Vegas, it was pretty darn late. And I thought, we'd be better off just postponing it until today. The reason I was in Vegas so long, well, one, I went out there because friends were going to be in town, which was really cool. Got to hang out with Justin and Matt. Got to hang out with Warren Durso, legendary comedian, and Stephen Pearl, another legendary comedian. So, man, it had a great weekend. Unfortunately, we were over at Justin's brother's house, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights lost their hockey series, eliminating them from the playoffs. But the Boston Bruins did win, and then they won their first game of this next series. So Boston Bruins are looking very good. Not so much for the Vegas Knights, but a lot of crazy things going on in the world of sports, too, we could talk about this evening. Lakers get knocked out of the playoffs, which is a good thing for me. Can't stand LeBron. And I don't even know who's in basketball after that. Like, all I care is like LeBron gets bumped. But then we had the roast of Tom Brady, which if you have not seen that is absolutely hysterical. Laughing my ass off for the entire day of it. It was a great watch. So that's on Netflix. It's there with your paid subscription or whatever. It doesn't cost you anything extra. If you haven't seen it, totally recommend you check that out. But also, we should talk about the news of the week here, and that is Planet of the... who even cares? Planet of the Apes, something's coming out. I don't care. Not a big Planet of the Apes fan. Maybe some of you are. I'm not sure, but there is a Planet of the Apes movie coming out this week. I don't think I'll be going to the theaters this week. There's just not anything coming out I really want to see. However, next week we have The Strangers Chapter 1, which the trailer for that looks pretty good. So if you are looking for some good horror movie to see in the theater, hold off a week and go see The Strangers. That would be my recommendation to you all. And then in other news, Wednesday, the season 2 of Wednesday is in production now. So that's good. We are moving forward with that. And then there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation, like some news story broke that A24 had pulled the plug on Crystal Lake, the TV show. A24 has come out and said that is not correct. They have not pulled the plug. I don't know too much else other than that, but it looks like Crystal Lake, the show, is still in the works. I don't know where it is with development at this point, but it is apparently not been canceled. So don't panic about that. And also, other notes here. This week on demand, you can watch from the comfort of your couch now Abigail and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. They are, I think you have to rent them for like, $19.99 or whatever. But you can watch them from home now if you are not a theater goer. So that's about it. There's not too much in the way of news. Not a lot of stuff to talk about there. But this is going to be the fun stuff here for me. I have a bunch of physical media right here that we're going to talk about right after we say hello to everybody, because I did. I went to Zia Records while I was out there in Vegas, and I have some pickups that I've been meaning to talk about that I received from the Legend Gale. Got those in the mail a couple weeks ago now, and I've been meaning to talk about them. I just haven't had a chance to get around to it. So I do want to say this. Let me say this before I say hello to everybody. If you are in the Southern California area and you are possibly thinking about going to the Halfway to Halloween festival next weekend, I do have tickets. They sent me tickets to give away. So if you're on the fence about it and not really sure, I've got tickets. Let me know if you're in Southern California, and I can do you a solid and hook you up with a ticket. So with that being said, let me dive on in. A bunch of comments before 5. I'm going to just start at 5. Gail, what's up? Wife found me 12 Hitchcock Blu-rays still sealed at a yard sale. Nice, for $1 a piece. Very cool, Gail. And we're going to dive into those movies you sent me here in just a moment, Gail. Mrs. OGP can come out and play. Can OGP come out and play? No, sorry. I'm so sorry. I just, man, I've been trying to get here, and I got home late last night. I got the show set up. I got everything ready to go, but I just had so much going on this afternoon that I was rushing to the computer here to get going. So please accept my apologies for that. Wicked Network, what up? And is it TC's birthday? Very cool. TC, happy birthday to you. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, and accept my apologies for wasting 34 minutes of your time before we got going here. The teacher's late, class dismissed. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Oh, man. Yep. No, everybody hanging in there going, what's going on, OGP? Where the hell you at? Brian Sanchez, what up? Great. My phone is going to die soon. Deadpool Fanatic. Sorry, Deadpool. Well, thanks for dropping by for a little bit. Roshan's in the house. What up, Sean? And Jennifer. What up, Jennifer? Coming through with the $10 super chat. Jennifer, you rock. Thank you so much for that. So cool. Always have the best shirts. Well, thanks. You know what? Don't tell nobody. But this shirt, this is really cool. It was dirt cheap. I don't remember at this point how much I paid for it. But I got this shirt off of Temu for just a few dollars. So I'm not going to lie. It's not the greatest quality, and I worry. I've washed it several times, but I worry that I may only get another, I don't know, 15 or 20 washes out of it before it starts falling apart. It hasn't started falling apart yet, but and I'm hoping it doesn't, but it is Temu, so I kind of rolled the dice. A lot of things you get off Temu website are not the greatest quality, but it was a very fun-looking shirt, so I was like, you know what, I got to grab me one of those. So thank you for that, Jennifer, and thank you again for that $10 super chat. Absolutely rock, Jennifer. Michael McNally's in the house. What up? And better late than never. Yeah, sorry. Mario, what's going on? Wicked Network, what up? I said Wicked Network because Antonis was saying what up to Wicked Network, but I meant to say what up, Antonis. How you doing? Yes, F the Lakers. I am with you on that. So hyped for Strangers Chapter 1. Me too, Antonis. Me too, definitely. I think OGP got the time wrong. He usually goes live later. No, I know Sean. It was usually 7 o'clock on Mondays, but I didn't get home from Vegas until like, I don't know, after 9 or something. And it was just too late to go live. Nocturno, what up? Nocturno, you going to the Halfway to Halloween next weekend? If so, if you don't have a ticket, I got one for you. Let's see here. House of G fam, what up? What up? And Double J Productions in the house. How you doing? Look at that. All kinds of legends here. Everybody, thank you very much for hanging out. It's always an honor to hang out with all you absolute legends and good friends. I appreciate you all hanging out with me, talking horror movies. And we've got a few to talk about here. So we're going to dive into this stack right now. And the first thing I want to talk about is this particular movie right here, The After Dark. If you were here last Monday for the live, you saw that we were at the After Dark premiere. And yes, everybody's giving me a bunch of crap for not going on the red carpet. There was a long line. They had to move some of it to afterward. And man, it just it got chaotic over there. And with my role in the movie, I did not want to jump on a red carpet and not give somebody who had a much larger role in the movie an opportunity to get on the red carpet. But here we are. We have the Blu-ray. And this is very cool because this is a limited early access edition. And unfortunately for the public, you're not going to be able to get this exact copy because after, I don't know if Tom even wants me saying this, but I will just say this. Some things were altered in the final production. Not much, very, very small, and you wouldn't even know it if you watched it for the first time after getting yourself a copy. But I think the artwork is going to change, and these will be available from Tom Devlin, I believe in early July, but I got my hands on one, The After Dark, and you can see the back there. We got Gangrel, wrestler from the Attitude Era, and some other folks here. But man, this was a very, very fun experience to get to be there. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted when you can get this. When you look at this, the samurai himself, Phat Samurai, chewing the scenery. What up, Phat Samurai guy? Man, look at this. And here's one. I actually failed because Phat Samurai guy, like myself, is in this movie. And I got all these autographs from the badasses here, from Gangrel and Sin Bodhi and everybody in the movie. Justin Scarred right here. But I don't think I got that Phat Samurai guy to sign this. So I'm going to have to take this next time I go see Samurai and get his John Hancock on here. But all kinds of autographs. I got Tom Devlin up there on top and everybody from the movie. It was a real cool experience. But that was a lot of fun doing that, checking this out. The After Dark, again, I'll let you guys know when this is going to be available, but I believe it's the beginning of July. I'll keep you posted on that. But what up, Samurai? How you doing, man? I can't believe Samurai. That's a busy guy. But man, it's good to see you dropping in, Samurai. And I hope you and Lady Fat Blood are doing well. Gail says, how's Fluffy doing? Fluffy sounds like he's doing well. And get this, being the traveling man that I am, looks like I'll be seeing Fluffy again. It's funny, he moves to Texas. I'm probably going to see him more now than I did when he was living in Southern California, because not this coming weekend, because that is the halfway to Halloween, but the following weekend is Texas Frightmare, the Texas Frightmare convention. And guess who got himself a plane ticket and tickets to the convention? So Texas Frightmare weekend in Dallas, Texas, 2 weeks from now, I shall be in the great state of Texas. Oh yeah, I will be back in Texas hanging out with a full gamer and going to a convention down there. So looking very much forward to that. But check this out. While I was out in Las Vegas, I did go to Zia Records. And yeah, there you go. Yes, Captain Lou Albano's in the house. And he says, what you gonna do, OGP? I'm going to show you my pickups. Look at this. Eaten Alive. And I mean, maybe I could have held out and got a Blu-ray or whatever of this if there's one out there. I don't know, and I didn't do my homework. I just saw it. I saw the 2-disc special edition, Eaten Alive, from Tobe Hooper. And I thought, you know what? I need to get myself a copy of this. Looked really cool. 2-disc special edition was like $11 at Zia Records. So I grabbed that. And of course, you open it up and look at the back of the disc. Oh, minty fresh. Minty fresh. So there it is. Eaten Alive. Got that at Zia Records. And I did not own a copy of this. And it's the good one. It's the good one. Phat Samurai guy would know. There's the one that says Black Xmas, which is fun. There's the OG, which is amazing, and then there's the dog shit one. This is the OG one. Apparently, I did not own a copy of this, so added this to the collection. I know it's a Blu-ray. I think they already have a 4K of it. I don't quote me on that, but I think they do. But I saw this for like $10, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to add that to the collection. It should be in my collection. So I picked up a copy of the OG Black Christmas right there. And then we get to the goodness. Oh, man. So I bought 2 movies out there that looked like Saw ripoffs. And Matt and I decided to put one in while I was out there in Vegas. And we watched Are You Scared? Are You Scared? Are you scared? I got a question for you. Are you scared of bad acting and bad writing? This was a very tough watch. I'm not going to lie. It was a very tough watch. But the reason I bought this, it was like $6, but I bought it because they also had the sequel, Are You Scared 2? And it's actually, was it like a Blockbuster rental? Oh, fell off. That's no good. But you got the Blockbuster case right there. I love the Blockbuster cases. But Are You Scared 2? 1 and 2. And guess what? We watched both. Tony Todd's in this one. So you would think it would be better than this one. No. These were shot in the dark purchases and they failed us epically. But guess what? Shh, don't tell nobody on the voyage to the bottom of the barrel. But one of my picks for my next episode when I host the next voyage to the bottom of the barrel is going to be Are You Scared 2? Which the good thing is you don't have to watch this one because they got nothing to do with each other. Nothing to do with each other. So Are You Scared 2 will be my pick. So shh, don't tell Master Chaos. But that's what I picked up at Zia Records. I had somewhere. I took my list. I thought I took my list, and it's not sitting here on the desk. So I don't know. Maybe I lost my list or something, but I was walking around Zia Records and I couldn't find it. But now we got to talk about the movies that Gale sent me. Eaten Alive is a good film. Jeff, that's what I've heard. And I can't believe I've never seen it. And what is it? It was like Robert Englund's first film, right? I think that's what I had heard. And Robert Englund, yeah. I don't know if his first film or not, but this is from like 76. Way back in the day. But definitely looking forward to checking that out. Who you want to see at Texas Frightmare? Texas Frightmare, I want to see Roger Jackson. So I can get his autograph here above Lee Waddell or over on the side or something. But I'm thinking Roger Jackson. I'll probably get him right up here on this Ghostface NECA that the absolute legend Robert C. Sent me the money to acquire this. So, man, we will be getting Roger Jackson right there. And other than that, most of the guests out there I have seen at other conventions. So I'm just going to be going to kind of take in the experience of going to a horror convention in Texas. That's the main thing there. Saw you guys went to Whataburger and saw Fluffy. Almost forgot to order spicy ketchup. Speaking of spicy ketchup, they not only have the spicy ketchup. Modell's will have the spicy ketchup with Cholula added. Wow, that's interesting. Interesting, huh? You know what? The spicy ketchup over there at Whataburger for me is really the only reason to go. But yeah, no, and I could not believe that Fluffy almost forgot to get it. Not much of a difference. Are we talking about Black Christmas here, Gale? And you know, that's the thing. Most of these older films, when they're burning it on Blu-ray or 4K, most of them don't have a big difference when you're watching on your TV at home. Great cast, including Neville Band. Nice. Well, very cool. Yeah, I'll be checking out Eaten Alive here very soon. Hey, I was introduced to you from your GameStop dumpster diving videos many years ago. Inspired me to do my own diving. Wow, this came up my feed, and I'm a huge horror fan. Love it. Nice, Adam. That's cool. Awesome. Well, hey, you know what? Normally, I do these horror movie Monday shows where we talk about horror movies and what's coming up and any news in the horror world and stuff. But this week, I had just gotten back from Vegas last night. So we pushed it back to Tuesday this week. But yeah, Adam, very cool to have you. Hopefully you come hang out with us more often now that you've learned about the new show here. Gale, yes, Black Christmas. Nice. Eaten Alive, the movie directed by Toby Hooper. Yes, very correct, Antonis. Yes, you are correct. So let's talk now about the movies that the Legend Gale sent me. And I'm going to start right here. This one is very cool. I love this movie, Horror of Dracula. This is an old, this is a Hammer film, right? Is it not? Yes, Hammer film. That's what I thought. I watched this at the all-night horror-thon with Master Chaos a couple of years ago, right before Halloween. And, so we saw it in the theater, rowdy crowd and everything, having a lot of fun. But this is a classic Dracula movie. And, of course, when you're talking Christopher Lee, well, it says Christopher Lee's fantastic first ever performance as the Lord of the Undead. But when you have Christopher Lee as Dracula and Peter Cushing, you're in good shape. You're in real good shape. If you've not seen this, it is a slower burn compared to newer movies, but this is an absolute classic, and I am absolutely thrilled to have this in my collection now. Thank you so much for that, Gale. Absolutely love this movie and love owning it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this is interesting because this is a franchise that when I go through and I start looking, what do I need to buy? What do I need to add to my collection? One of the franchises that I've never owned any physical copies of, I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I mean, you figure if you're a Scream fan, you're probably a fan of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Similar vibes came out, like in the same time frame and stuff. But I Know What You Did Last Summer. I did not own a copy of this. And this is very, very cool of Gale to hook me up with the OG I Know What You Did Last Summer on Blu-ray right here. So, Gale, thank you so much for that. Thank you. And I haven't... Dracula, I've seen this not too long ago at that all-night horror-thon. I don't remember when the last time I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer. So probably pop this in sometime in the not-too-distant future as well. And then this... Gale was hoping I would like this. Gale thought I might like this. And I popped it in. And let me tell you, Gale, this movie, I would watch this 75 times in a row before I watched this again. Are you scared? So when I talk about some of my disappointments with this, believe me, it's still a decent movie. But Pray for the Devil, I had higher hopes for it. I really was hoping to really, really love this movie. Some of the actors I wasn't big fans of. There was some things going on where you have like the lead actress who's like a nun, and she's at this school, and they're learning about exorcisms and stuff. And the things they're teaching in school are like basic common knowledge stuff that anybody would already know. So it didn't feel like the writers did a lot of homework. But then also they have like the nun and one of the priests like flirting, especially like at a Catholic school type thing, a very big no-no. And so that was kind of cringe. And I just wasn't the biggest fan of Pray for the Devil. So I'm curious, those of you who have seen it, what are your thoughts on it? And if I'm going to sit here, if I would rate Pray for the Devil, I'm probably going to put this, like production wise, watching it, the cinematography, the sound, all that stuff was great. It was fine. To me, it was just the writing seemed basic. Like that's the best way I could describe it is just basic writing. It didn't feel like they were a great writer, and it didn't feel like they did a lot of homework. So the dialogue just felt basic. The story was a lot of things that we typically expect to see, like an exorcism type movie. And the way it wrapped up was semi predictable. So this didn't blow my socks off like I had hoped. But it's definitely one that is, being a fan of exorcism movies or movies that involve the church at all. It is definitely one that a horror collector should have in his collection. So I'm not going to get rid of it. It will stay in the collection. That is for sure. Still better than Winnie the Pooh. 100,000,000% Gale. Yes. I always thought Christopher Lee was the most intimidating Dracula on film. You know what? And I'll tell you what. That's one of the things. So it is, like I said, the horror of Dracula is a slower burn, but it is very good. And the dark, settings, the low lights and stuff, he is a very intimidating, a very powerful presence on screen. So he's phenomenal. I mean, Christopher Lee was a phenomenal actor to begin with, with everything he did. But he knocked out of the park with this. It's a slower burn. It's not going to be for everybody, especially younger fans that like faster pacing and a lot of that. But absolutely love this. Definitely one of my favorite Dracula or vampire movies. So Gale, thank you so much for those. Absolutely love them. All three of them are definitely going to be included in the collection there. Yes, Hammer did some excellent work. You are correct. And I mean, even things which are so far away from like Dracula and some of these things, like the movie Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. And that, I think, was one of the last Hammer films before the Hammer went away. But such a wide variety of films, but usually very, very good films. Yes. Prey was just okay. Yeah. Are we talking Prey as in the like the Predator movie Prey? I was not the biggest fan of that, Jeff. Or is there another Prey we're talking? Because I think there's another movie called Prey, right? But anyways, again, Gale, thank you so much for sending those. You absolutely rock. And man, I'm very happy to have them. But talking more about the weekend. Now, I went specifically out to Vegas this weekend to visit friends. Last weekend, I was out there with that Fat Samurai guy and Lady Fat Blood to go see the premiere of the After Dark. And we went out there, saw the movie, and didn't spend too much time in Vegas, and then came back. And we watched the movie with John Ward and with Matt and all the cast. I mean, if you saw the live stream from last Monday, so many cool people in attendance at that premiere. Then afterwards, we went over to the after party, which they were going to do at a different location, but I don't know if something fell through with that or what. But we ended up over at across the street, not the Orleans. Is it the Gold Coast? Another casino right there near the Palms. And they have a big bowling alley. So they paid for 4 lanes of bowling and had a bunch of food and posters and copies of the movie for us and stuff. So that was a lot of fun to be over there for that, hanging out, getting autographs with everybody. But it was a quick turnaround. And so I wanted to go back to Vegas this past weekend, to just kind of hang out with Matt and hang out with, just a lot of other friends. And I had a great weekend, spent some time over at Justin's brother's house. He made a mean barbecue, smoked some meats, and then we watched the hockey game there. It was a great time. And then Matt and I went back to his place and slammed some beers. We were hoping to see Shadow Man and Shadow Man's lady, Marcy, but unfortunately, I think she posted something about on Facebook, so I think it's okay to mention. But Shadow Man, legend on the channel, who you've seen many times on the channel, us hanging out with him down there on Fremont Street and stuff, and and his lovely lady Marcy. And but unfortunately, last week Marcy's dad passed away, and so they weren't up to hanging out, and that's totally understandable. I get that, and thoughts and prayers are with Marcy and Shadow Man and their family. Losing a loved one is never easy, especially someone as close as like your dad. So feel really, really heartbroken for her right now. So it was a bummer we didn't get to see them, but we totally understood why. But Matt and I had a good time. And then before I left town yesterday is when I went over to Warren's place. And that's when I got to hang out with Warren and Stephen Pearl. And Stephen Pearl, if you go do some research about Stephen Pearl, the stand-up comedian, you will see he is a legend going back to like the 80s. And he has worked and performed with some amazing other comedians. He is a legit bona fide big time comedian, and he is just a really cool dude to hang out with. So when I got over to Warren's place and Stephen and Warren were hanging out, and I got to hang out with both of them, if I would have said hi, bye, and got out of there, I probably could have got home and done the live stream yesterday evening. But when you have a chance to hang out with two legends like that, you take full advantage of it. And so I did. And so unfortunately, that meant pushing the live stream back to today, which I think is okay. It's not the end of the world. Personally, hopefully you all understand. But man, Stephen Pearl is just absolutely hysterical. And Warren is absolutely hysterical. And man, am I fortunate to know and consider those guys friends. Just great, great dudes. Nocturnal. No, it wasn't at the Golden Gate. It's because it was at the Palms Casino, and right across the street from the Palms is not the Orleans, but whatever it is, whatever that hotel is. It's not downtown. It wasn't downtown. The Stuff is a good one. Oh yeah, The Stuff is a great movie. Yes, Jeff, agreed. Yes. It's Vamp Time. Oh man, Fall Rain. I doubt Phat Samurai guy is still in the room here, but oh man, that would have been epic if you would have dropped in and got It's Vamp Time in while Samurai was still here. But Samurai dropped in for a few minutes a little while ago. But it is definitely Vamp Time. Oh man, good stuff, Fall Rain. Yeah, and Samurai and I were talking, and we're gonna try and work out maybe doing some like Monday matinees before I go live. Maybe we're going to go hit up some matinee movies on Mondays or do some, movie nights or something over at the dojo. So hopefully now that, for the next few weeks, I am still insanely busy, but as soon as our schedules settle down, and I think his schedule is kind of settling down, he said he was going to try and take a little more time for himself here moving forward, because he's just been working himself crazy, putting so much effort into his YouTube channel. So, and I'm happy for him on that, because he spends so much time trying to put out an amazing product, which he does, and his videos don't get nearly enough views. It's sad. And I don't know why YouTube does this and doesn't hook us up with the algorithms or whatever. Me, I understand. My videos come in so randomly that I kind of get it. I try to stick to a schedule, but man, I still have a video from my trip with Fluffy that I have to edit and get up for you all. I have a video I shot while I was in Hawaii that I have to edit and get up for you all. And man, and then this coming weekend, I'm going to try and go live from that Halfway to Halloween convention. And but maybe I'll also do another video as well. And I'm not sure, because the cool thing about the Halfway to Halloween convention is there's going to be some celebrity guests, a lot of vendors, food trucks, and they're going to have 9 haunted houses. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I love the haunted houses. So 9 different haunted houses to experience. And I will be there Saturday night. And I've got already, I know I have 8 friends that are going to be there. And Actually, I take that back, 9, because it looks like Ortega is going to be there as well. But I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. Gold Coast. Yes, it was Gold Coast. Yes. Thank you. You're correct. Yeah, it was at the Gold Coast. But man, so I just started looking. This is funny. I just started looking because Brian, the horror guru from Nightmare Toys, was asking me at the premiere for After Dark. He was asking me if I was going to go to Texas Frightmare. And I was like, I don't know. You know, it's all the way in Texas and stuff. And then I looked, and airfare, round trip airfare from San Diego, which is a little bit of a drive down to the airport, but from round trip airfare from San Diego to Dallas and back is $55. $32 there and $23 coming home. Insane. So now it's on the Greyhound of the skies, and that is Frontier Airlines. But for $55 round trip to go out to Texas for a horror convention, okay. And the cool thing is, with my brother living in Dallas, I don't even have to get a hotel. I'm like right there. I got a place to stay. $55 round trip. Good to go. So very much looking forward to that. But I just started looking. I was like, well, let me see what airfare looks like, because I would love to go out and experience that once. And I just saw that $55 through Frontier Airlines. I was like, you know what? Let's book that. So should be a lot of fun. So this coming weekend, we got Halfway to Halloween next weekend, Texas Frightmare, where I'll be in Dallas and hopefully seeing Fluff, because I think he's coming up from Houston. And the following weekend, we have the Arts Sideshow pop-up where Tom Devlin's going to be. And I don't know, but if you're in Southern California, and if you're not going to be able to make it to the Halfway to Halloween, that's okay. But the following weekend, or 2 weekends after that, when you have Tom Devlin showing up at the Arts Sideshow pop-up, I don't know if he's going to have any copies of the After Dark or any of his other movies like Teddy Told Me To or Las Vegas Frankenstein, or maybe some of his older movies or other things that he's been involved with. But you'll never know unless you come out and find out. Arts Sideshow, their pop-ups are always a blast. And Nick from Fearsome Figures, Creep I.E, and Anthony, his brother, are always there. So very much looking forward to seeing those guys. Haven't seen them in a while. And the Art Side shows are always a blast. So there's that. And then, man, right around the corner after that, we got Monster Palooza. So, I mean, just so many things going on in the near future. So hopefully health holds up and I make it to all those events and have some great content coming up for you all. Horror Feels, what's up? How you doing, homeboy? Good to see you dropping in. And man, and I didn't, when I said hello earlier to everybody, something has been lurking in the back of my mind for a while, which I have not mentioned, and that is saying hello to the lurker himself, Mr. Balzer. How you doing, Balzer? I saw your comments over there, and then I think I skipped past them. I don't think I said hello to Balzer. Forgive me for that, and drinking some Diet Coke. But man, did you watch the what was they call the greatest roast of all time or whatever, the roast of Tom Brady? That was hysterical. Even if you're not a sports fan, it was hilarious. Watching any of the roasts with Jeff Ross and some of the other comedians they have there, but being that it was hosted by, why do I always forget that dude's name? Kevin Hart, the little dude. It was absolutely hilarious. Some of the jokes, they were killing Brady about his divorce, like him choosing football over his family and stuff. Dana White was there, and they started roasting Dana White a little bit, talking about how Dana White, how he was like the Michael Vick. He's like Michael Vick, but with humans instead of dogs or something. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And then Kim Kardashian showed up, and then the audience started booing her. It was epic. It was so epic. But man, it was so fun. If you have not seen the roast of Tom Brady, do yourself a favor. You will laugh your ass off. It was great. I really enjoyed that. Let's see. Adam says the roast was a phenomenal moment for comedy. Tony Hinchcliffe and Ron Burgundy were my highlights. Yes. No, you know what? Tony was hysterical. That dude, I mean, absolutely no holds barred. I mean, he just came in and slaughtered the entire panel. And then, yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Ron Burgundy came out. And, it's funny because they did the roast at the Forum in LA. But Ron Burgundy, he's always got to screw up. And so he kept talking about how the roast was at like Madison Square Garden in New York. So it was very funny. Ron Burgundy, just, man, that character is amazing. Loved the first Anchorman. The second was a little rough, but I still love the character. And anytime he pops up at any of these type of events or anything is great. Yes, those were definitely two of the highlights of the evening for sure. So if you haven't seen that, you got to catch that. But man, how about them Bruins? Boston is killing it right now. Hopefully, man, I'd love to see Boston go win the cup. Yeah, and if Boston wasn't going to win it, it would be cool to see Vegas go back to back. Vegas got knocked out, so that's not going to happen. Of course, I'm talking about hockey here, but so some great playoff hockey going on right now. Basketball, man, I try to care. It's like I want to care about basketball, but just with players acting like colossal bitches like LeBron James, I just can't. I can't care about basketball. Jeff Ross is the master. Yes. No, and when he comes out, and I don't want to spoil the whole thing for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but he comes out as O.J. Simpson in hell. It's hilarious. It is very hilarious. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of just great jokes, great jokes. So I highly recommend that. But when I was out there at Matt's, he'd been telling me that I needed to check out the new Fallout show. So has anybody seen Fallout yet? I started watching the first episode, and now I need to know because I turned it off. And I will tell you why. The very beginning of the first episode of Fallout, they start out at this birthday party, and the nukes start going off. And it's like, okay, this is cool. I'm digging it. And then they go, 200 whatever years into the future, and they're dealing with this girl who's going to get married. So basically, they're introducing us to what life is like 200 years after the nuclear holocaust. And I wasn't digging that at all. It went on and on and on and on and on and was just boring the living shit out of me. So Matt was raving about Fallout and how great it was. So I'm wondering if anybody else has seen Fallout and what their thoughts are on it. And maybe do I need to give it another shot? Is it just going to get better at some point, or what's the deal with that? So yeah, Fallout. Curious about that. Looks like Antonis and Adam, neither one of you guys have seen it. Have you got Anthony Hopkins' autograph? I've been seeing people receiving them. So, you know what? I have not received mine yet. I got a notice that they said it was shipped. And then I clicked on the email and it said all that they had printed. They had printed the label, but it wasn't in the mail yet. Let me see if I can find that email. In fact, that email might be, I have a few different email accounts that I use for like different things. And I'm wondering where's that email? Must be over here. Huh. Oh, I can't find it right now. But I got it somewhere. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's on the. But let's see. I'm going to check right now and see where that stands. Oh, here we go. It should be right here. So your order has shipped. I'm clicking the track package and label created, and it says it's on the way, out for delivery. No, it's not out for delivery yet, but it's on the way from UPS. So I don't know when I'm going to get it, but it has been shipped. So I am very much looking forward any day now to getting my Anthony Hopkins autograph. Yes, I've spent a long time coming to get that. Can't with basketball, even though I'm a Knicks fan. I know it's basketball has just gotten too many flops and bitching and crying by the players and stuff. It's just, for them to make that kind of money, just man up and play the game. OGP, what size popcorn do you get when you go to the movie theater? So, Antonis, it depends if I'm going to share like with my wife or kids or something like that or whatever. Maybe I'll get a large. But I don't I enjoy popcorn at the theater, but I will not eat a large. I just won't. And when we were at the premiere for the After Dark, they had, because I was buying a drink for myself and for Matt. So Matt went in to save our seats. They had a combo. It was like get the 2 drinks and the popcorn, and it happened to be a large popcorn. So I got a large, and I ate about a quarter of the bag, and then the rest went to waste. So I enjoy popcorn, but I just don't eat that much because eventually all the butter and grease off of popcorn starts giving me an upset stomach. So I would be fine with the small, but if there's like the deal, you could get, then sometimes I'll just get the bigger bag. But let's see. So I don't know when I'll get that Anthony Hopkins autograph, but I am very much looking forward to getting that here in the near future. And when I do, I will either do a show on a live stream or I will unbox it. And here's the thing: when I buy autographs or order expensive things in the mail, I always have a video camera recording as I open the box, so that way I have proof if the item is incorrect or damaged. So I will be recording it. So maybe I'll upload a video when I get the Anthony Hopkins autograph. And I got a spot over here for it on the wall, which I'm kind of debating. I'm probably gonna move some things around because the spot that I have for it, I would rather it be in a more prominent location. So I might move it over there or somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but I can't wait to get that. That's going to be awesome. And have an Anthony Hopkins autograph. I never thought I would. I never thought I'd have Anthony Hopkins. So very happy that, however you say it, SWAU, SWAU, it stands for something, but what Star Wars Autograph Universe, or it was something like that. But anyways, I'm very grateful that they did that autograph signing with Anthony Hopkins. I'm looking forward to getting that. Let's see here. Train to Busan in conversation for best zombie movie. Adam, you see my poster? Is that what you see? I will tell you this. I make no bones about it. There are a lot of great zombie movies out there, including, like 28 hours, 28 days, or was it 28 days, 28 months, whatever. Those are good. Some of the, of the Deads are good and stuff. I'm trying to think of some of the others. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm horrible at thinking of movies off the top of my head. But Train to Busan is my favorite, without question, my favorite zombie movie. I have yet to see Peninsula, the follow-up to Train to Busan, because I have heard that it's bad, and that sucks. But I do have on my Train to Busan, I got the 2 disc. It's Train to Busan and Peninsula, and I just have not watched Peninsula yet. I need to, but Train to Busan, I absolutely love it. I loved it enough that I needed to have that poster up there on my wall. And, right there by the legendary Friday the 13th poster, and the Fear and Loathing, And then they got the wall over there, all autographs and stuff. But I have very few big posters anymore, just because I have so many autographs that are taking up all the space. But Train to Busan is definitely one that has stood the test of time and remained on the wall because it is so, so good. Might be yours too. Yeah. And it's a good one. It's a good one. If anybody says, oh, or tries to give you crap about that being your favorite, they're just wrong. I'm not saying, anybody can't have another favorite, but I am saying it is hard to argue with anybody who believes that to be their favorite zombie movie. It's a great one. It really is. So, and something else that I've got going on right now. This is interesting. I had ordered some shirts. I saw an ad on Instagram for shirts, and they said they were from, I'm drawing a blank, Cavity Colors. Cavity Colors is a company that shows up at conventions all the time. And so I saw Cavity Colors selling shirts on clearance. It's like, no way. I went on there. All these great shirts. And I'm very excited about receiving. And so I ordered them, and it said shipping was going to take about 10 days. It's been over a month and I haven't received them. And so I've been going back and forth with the company. But after I ordered and paid for them, I got an email receipt from a weird company, and the shirts were coming from China. So I'm hoping that they show up. But if they don't, I already asked them for a refund. And I don't know. I just don't know how long I'm willing to drag this out. Because they're asking if I would they're asking if I would accept a second package. Well, but. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'll accept a second package. I probably just want my money back at this point. But anyways, you got to be careful what you order. And I sent Instagram a nasty, nasty message to their feedback, telling them they need to be careful who they allow to advertise. They need somebody to vet these advertisers. So you fell for the fake account. Well, yeah, I mean, it showed up. It looked legit. It looked really legit. And yeah, it looked legit. The receipt came from somebody else. So yeah, it was weird. And I questioned at that point. Cavity Colors does post about that. See, and how weird. So I don't know if I follow Cavity Colors or not. I don't know that I follow them. Like on social media or anything. But yeah, their website changed to like a different clothing thing, but it definitely is not on the up and up. But I didn't spend that much money. And so if the shirts never show up, they never show up. I'll get my money back. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So the reason I mention this is I just want to tell everybody, if you see shit like this from companies you think, because there was another one, I've been looking at some new like jerseys, like Patriots jerseys or different like sports, apparel and stuff. And then I start getting these ads from these companies that were like advertising as some of the big name like sporting good companies. And then when I start looking at them, looking at the details, you go like, oh, that's not really them. So anything you see on Instagram, just be very careful, because it very well could be bullshit. And I think like that account, here's the thing. I don't care if it's Cavity Colors or if it's somebody else. If the shirts show up, that would be fine. If they don't show up, I'll get my money back. I will, do a credit card, thing where, you challenge the charge and say that they didn't fulfill their service, and then the credit card company gives you your money back. So, I'm not worried about the money, but if the shirts showed up, that would be cool. I wouldn't care where they came from, but there were some cool looking designs on there. Would have been nice to have them, but just be careful. If you see shit for sale on Instagram, be very careful. They may be buying for time, get your cash back. No, and that's what I kind of think. I was like, maybe they're just trying to BS me with the emails to where it's so long that I can't do a claim to get my money back. But we'll see. So I'm going to find out about that. On October 1st, I buy tickets for Accept KK's Priest concert, Albuquerque tickets, Sunset Theater. Nice. Very cool, Brian. That's awesome. It's usually through Facebook links because they have your algorithm, but it's just starting to do it now. It sucks. I know. And that's where my thing is. I had said a while back, I quit buying anything online anywhere that didn't either come from Amazon or accept PayPal, because PayPal, it's very easy to get your money back. So this one, I was like, you know what? The prices are right. And the whole thing, I think I sent them like $30. So I was like, it's not going to break my bank if I do this. But now I'm like, okay, I'll check. I'm going to do my homework and make sure that I know, who I'm buying shit from. But very frustrating. So I just wanted to mention that, but just be careful because, man, there's a lot of fake shit out there. And it's sad that Instagram and Facebook, boy, if you say one thing they don't like, they like to ban your account, shut your account down, like limit you for a few days or whatever. But then they let these people selling fake shit or scamming you, they let them advertise all over Facebook and Instagram. And it's very sad. So shame on you, Zuck the cuck. I can't stand that guy. And, there's only one reason I'm on Facebook at all anymore. And that's because I have a lot of family that uses Facebook and we keep in touch that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't do Facebook at all. And Instagram, I hate the fact that Instagram is owned by Facebook, but Instagram is a good way to let everybody know what's going on with the shows or what I'm doing or what to look forward to, content or whatever. So I will continue using Instagram, but it always, every time I post on there, it always makes me think, man, I'm supporting Zuck the cuck, and that doesn't make me happy. What candy do you get when you go to the movie theater? Antonis, I don't always get candy, but if I do, usually like some good red vines, or maybe Reese's Pieces or Good and Plenty's. I'm not too picky, but there isn't like a specific favorite that I have to get every time. But I'm trying to not get candy. I'm trying to stick to eating healthier. But no, definitely red vines and popcorn go together very well. They really, really do. Ordering anything from social media is risky. I've been burned. Yep. Nope. Jeff, and I should have learned a long time ago. So, cause get this, I bought this thing a long time ago. Let me see if I still got it here. And I thought, I was like, oh, this seems cool. And it showed up. I got the thing. If I can find it. Sorry, I'm in my drawer full of cords and cables and accessories and batteries and lenses and stuff. Maybe I chucked it. I don't see. Anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and dig for it all night. But I seen an advertisement for one of those. It's like a laser pointer, but it burns hot, and like you could start fires with it. And so they had the ad, and I was like, well, that's cool. Well, they sent it to me, but they sent it without batteries. And then they go like, oh, well, it's illegal for us to send those type of batteries in the mail. So you have to get your own batteries. And I'm like, you couldn't have fucking told me that before. So, and this has been years. I've probably had this thing sitting here for close to 10 years. And I don't remember. I mean, because I think it was before I ever started doing YouTube. It was a long time ago. And so I should have had that in mind when I bought anything or ordered anything offline. But I would love to have one of those little laser pointer things that yeah, and you can get them places, I don't, gun stores or whatever. But where it's just, if you're up close and you hold it, you know, it'll start like a little pile of leaves on fire or whatever, so you don't have to worry about having matches if you're camping or something like that. Red vines and cookie dough bits used to be my go-to, but theaters are consistently switching their concessions. No Coke, Pepsi. No, I know. And that's, you know what? It drives me nuts when I go somewhere I love and they switch from Coke to Pepsi. For example, like Tommy's, when Fluffy and I went there, they had Pepsi products, and I don't care for Diet Pepsi. And, you know, it's unfortunate when they switch, you know, you got something you love and they switch it up. But that's what the best thing to do if you're going to go to the theaters, stop by Dollar Tree on the way if you want some candy, and get all that candy that you're going to spend $4 to $5 for. You can get a box of that for like $1.25 or whatever Dollar Tree's charging now. And then just throw that in your pocket, walk in and have a little candy snack that you paid the proper price for instead of movie theater prices. And then popcorn, you got to buy there because it's got to be fresh. I'm not a fan. I cannot eat popcorn out of like a bag, like chips. I don't care for that prepackaged popcorn stuff. I also love getting nachos with cheese sauce at the movies. Now, Antonis, you're one of those guys, huh? Don't get me wrong. I love nachos. I love nachos, but I hate when people eat nachos at the theater because I hate listening to the crunching of the chips. It's hard enough to deal with the popcorn and listening to people crinkling their packages, opening their candy and stuff. But when people eat nachos at the theater, the crunching of the chips drives me bonkers. So I don't get nachos at the theaters, but I love nachos, like especially at the ballpark or something. Love nachos, but I don't do them at theaters. I ordered an enormous looking Godzilla figure one. They even showed a guy holding it. I got a little plastic dollar store toy in the middle. Wow. Yeah, that sucks, Jeff. That really sucks. Yeah, it's a scam, likely $30 total. Usually, no, I know. And that's why I saw. And so they were advertising that the shirts were clearance. And I was like, well, maybe they're losing the rights to make those shirts, or maybe they just have new ones or whatever. So maybe they were clearancing them out because companies do that. And, you know, so I was like, you know what, let's roll the dice and do it. But yeah, definitely was not from Cavity Colors. No, I know that. Our Dollar Trees beside theaters a normal thing because my local theater has a Dollar Tree right next to it. I know, right? And it's convenient because up here, I mean, there is like it's across the street. It's not in the same parking lot, but right across the street, there's a Dollar Tree. And the other theater that I go to sometimes, it's a little bit older. That doesn't have a Dollar Tree near it, but it's got a Family Dollar and what's the other one? There's another dollar store that are very close to it. But I think it's smart for those stores to sell those type of candies right next to the theater, because people are going to go in there and buy the stuff, you know, for $1 instead of paying, you know, $4 or $5 or $6 or $7 at some of these theaters. I love movie theater popcorn. It's so addictive. Yeah, no, it's good. I love movie theater popcorn, but it just, if I eat too much of it, it does upset my stomach a little bit. No more sodas or chips or candy for me. Going for more healthier lifestyle. Double J, that I really wish. I need to do that. And the thing is, like I got my Diet Cokes right here, but I love iced tea. Like I don't even need sweetener or anything like that. I can just have iced tea. No, you know, just plain old iced tea. No, I don't. In fact, I don't like lemon in my tea, but I don't need sugar, sweetener, or anything. So you'd think I would drink more of that, but it's the process of actually having to go and make the tea and having a jug. And then what am I going to, like, it's one thing at the house, I could have a glass of tea, but then when I'm leaving the house, it's easy to grab a can of Diet Coke and go on the road. And then when I start drinking, I get addicted. And it's the same thing with like candy and junk food. When I have candy and junk food, then I start, it's like once you get the taste, you want more and more. So you're better off not having it at all. so it's easy to put it down and walk away from it. And then that's the thing for me with Diet Coke. I'm addicted, and I wind up drinking way more than I should. That's for sure. But anyways, I'm going to backtrack here a little bit, and we're going to talk about, I'm just going to kind of go through, there's not very much in the way of news this week. But the news of the week, we're going to dive into that really quick. And I think I'm going to wrap it up before too long here and go unwind, go do a little resting, relaxing this evening, maybe pop in a movie here. But let's see. What are your thoughts on The Lair 2022 without spoilers? You know what? I'm not sure that I have seen that. Let's see. When Royal Air Force pilot Lieutenant Kate Sinclair is shot down over Afghanistan, she finds refuge in an abandoned underground bunker where deadly man-made biological weapons, half human, half alien, are awakened. From the director of Dog Soldiers. No way. Brian, I have not seen that. I can tell you I have not seen it, but I'm adding it to the list right now. That is one that I definitely need to check out. So thank you for mentioning that, but I have not seen it. And give me a week. I'll let you know next week what my thoughts are on that. But as far as the news this week, there's not too much. Planet of the Apes is coming out. I'm not a fan of the franchise. If you're a fan of the Planet of the Apes movies, you'll be able to see that in theaters this week. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to save my money for next week and go see The Strangers Chapter 1. And then other news, Wednesday, season 2 of the Wednesday show is in production now. And there has been some rumors going around that Crystal Lake from A24 was canceled. A24 has come out and said that is not accurate, has not been canceled. And on demand now, if you have not seen Ghostbusters or Abigail, those are both available on demand. You can watch them from the comfort of your couch without having to go to the theater now. So that's pretty nice. And again, let me say thank you if Tom Devlin ever sees this, for letting me be a part of the movie The After Dark and inviting me to the premiere, letting me be there with everybody. This was a lot of fun being a part of this movie. So Tom Devlin, I want to thank him for that. And then Gale, again, Pray for the Devil, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Horror of Dracula, 3 great movies that Gale sent me. And then Eaten Alive, Black Christmas, and the Are You Scared franchise I picked up at Zia Records out in Vegas over the last couple days. So next Monday, I will be here. Monday, I will be in this seat. We will be doing the live next Monday at 7 p.m. And how weird. Yes, that is Gangrel. And boom. That is Gangrel's autograph that I got right there at the After Dark premiere after party. So, and that's right there is, son of a gun, Sin Bodhi right there. But yeah, Gangrel, what a cool dude in person. And it's very cool to be in a movie with him. So Justin Scarred. So a lot of cool people involved with this movie right here. So I am in a movie with Gangrel. How do you like that? And actually, I'm in a scene with him where you don't, it's my silhouette, because I actually kind of played 2 different roles in the movie. One, I was I never got in vampire makeup, but I was one of the vampires in the vampire club. And the club is called the After Dark. And you see me in there partying with everybody. And then I'm also kind of play one of the homeless. They have a homeless camp with a bunch of homeless people that the vampires come and eat or kill or whatever. Which was interesting because I want to say there was some eating going on. It was weird because they're vampires, not cannibals. But anyways, there's a scene where Gangrel comes out and he says, "Kill them all." And then he starts walking out, and I am like standing right in front of Gangrel as he says that. So that's kind of cool, but you would not know it's me without me telling you that or pointing that out to you, just because it's my silhouette, the way the lighting was, and that was intentional, so you didn't recognize me as one of the vampires. Yeah, so I'm in the movie a few different spots, so it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, and I am very lucky to be a part of that. I do consider myself very lucky. So anyways, everybody, I'm gonna head on out. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun tonight. Sorry, my phone ran out of battery. Was saying no more sodas, candies, or chips for me living healthier. No, and we got that Double J. That's I don't. I wish I could say the same. You know, candy and chips, I don't do too much of. Now, over the weekend at Matt's, we were drinking, and then you have some chips and junk food and stuff while you're drinking. Like for the ride home, I had like a sandwich, and then that was it. You know, try to stick to the healthy stuff for the ride, but trying to do better myself. But that's awesome, and hopefully, you know, you stick to that and continue living a healthy life. That's something we all need to do. But next Monday at 7 p.m., I will be right here. Back normal time, normal location. We'll be talking Horror Movie Monday next Monday from here. And we'll be recapping this weekend's Halfway to Halloween, which will be going on this week. I'm going to post about it again on Instagram. If anybody is in Southern California and wants to go, hit me up. I have free tickets I can give you. So looking forward to that. 9 haunted houses, all kinds of vendors, some celebrity guests. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully I see some of you out there. And otherwise, I'm going to try and get one of these videos edited and get something else up for you this week. But otherwise, I will see you all next Monday, 7 p.m. Have a good week, everybody. Take care of yourselves. See you later, Adam. Yes. Glad. I'm so awesome for you to rediscover the channel here. Very, very cool. Have yourself a good week, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.